Outrage this morning over Louis Farrakhan's seat of honor at the pulpit of Aretha Franklin's funeral.
The very controversial Nation of Islam leader, who has notoriously declared the Jews are my enemy and white folks are going down, was seated prominently alongside former President Bill Clinton.
Well, Harvard Law professor Alan Dershowitz joins us now to react, and he has been a very consistent critic of Farrakhan and his rhetoric and his actions over the years. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I am really trying hard to figure out why President Bill Clinton, who I like, would do something like this, would help mainstream a bigot like Farrakhan. After all, Farrakhan has not only attacked Jews, he's also called Hillary Clinton a wicked woman. He compared her to Hitler. He's made some of the most outrageous statements in the world. And the question I would ask President Clinton if I were with him would be, would you sit next to David Duke if he had been invited to a funeral of some white singer somewhere in the United States? And of course, the answer would be no. And Farrakhan is every bit as bad as Duke. In fact, he has a larger following. Farrakhan has posed with President Obama. He's posed with Keith Ellison. He's posed with other leaders, both black and white. And you just can't mainstream and allow legitimacy to a man who has expressed the kind of hateful views he's expressed of Jews, of white people, of gays, of so many other people. So the question I put to President Clinton is why. Maybe his answer is, look, he didn't know it was a funeral. He wanted to show respect. He didn't want to get up and protest. I would understand all of that. But he has some explaining to do.
What about the question? What about the question to the elites of our country, to the media, who this is not a story? They're not blinking an eye when, like you said, if the converse would be the case, say President Trump was 3 seats down from an avowed racist, they would talk about it for a month. What does it say about our elites that this is nothing to them?
Well, I think some people think there is an affirmative action program, and the standard for criticizing black bigots is somewhat different than the standard for criticizing white bigots. That's unacceptable. You can't have affirmative action for bigotry in this country. You know, there are some who say, particularly on the left, well, we need the support of Farrakhan. He brings with him lots and lots of voters. There's no justification for that. Bigotry should know no toleration at all.